Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today we are going to present assignment 3 for software project management. Next. These are some of the content in the table of content. First, communication management, outsourcing, success and fail company. Next. Okay, for project planning, resource allocation and scheduling, a variety of sectors use project management software. It makes it possible for project managers and complete teams to manage their budget, quality control, and all documentation that is shared during a project. Software that assists in communication management. It also serves as a platform for project stakeholders to even more easily communicate. Next. Example of software. First, Monday.com. We can start by establishing workflow on Monday.com. We can visualize and highlight components like management, text, or locations with this approach. With this application, we can collaborate with our entire team while also saving time by just recording crucial discussions and documents. Next is the Mr. Task. The straightforward yet effective Kanban structure used by Mr. Task makes project management easier. This clever, user-friendly online task management tool is a popular pick for teams that value clear visual design and a positive user experience because of its broad range of collaborative possibilities. Next. So these are some of the features of Monday.com and Mr. Task. There are three differences between these two software. Firstly is the calendar management, which is Mr. Task lack of. Secondly, which is one of the most important features, Mr. Task also don't have these features compared to Monday.com. And lastly, the spreadsheet view. Monday.com also wins in this feature. Next slide. Next is the advantages on how this software gives advantages to the project communication management. So, by enabling the creation and distribution of project information, the software can aid in project communication. The software provides communication tools that assist teams in solving issues as they arise. The software can keep everyone on the team up to date and deal with problems as they show up. And lastly, the project team can engage in external stakeholders and publish comments and concerns right away while keeping a complete record of all activity. Next. Next is on which of the software is better. There are many factors to consider when running and managing projects, including tracking down deliverables, managing resources, controlling budgets, and collaborating with team members. Uh, the five functionality features of project management software that we need to take note are as below. Firstly, the task list, schedules, communication, file sharing, and lastly, reporting. With these aspects in mind, it is clear that Monday.com is better than Mr. Task based on the features listed before. Monday.com is an excellent software to use to assist in project communication. That's all from me. Next presenter, please.
Okay, thank you, Aqil. I'll be explaining about the types of IT services. So one of the types of IT services is computing. So cloud computing stores and access information and programs over the web rather than exhausting drives, physical servers, or the personal computers. In the simplest term, cloud computing uses a network of remote servers to store and manage data instead of wishing on native storage devices like hard drives. Cloud is a bunch of servers that are accessible through online to store and share information. It enables users to lend computing resources from any places. It also brings services work by storing info in numerous locations referred as data centers. And cloud computing services supply several solutions as well as recovery, scalability, mobility, and flexibility. Next, okay, product being outsourced is Google Cloud. Next slide. So Google Cloud permits information across business with storage space. It has an easy method that help cloud users to bring their data together. Its artificial intelligence AI simplifies the analytic to cloud users. And Google Cloud Platform is the among foremost convenient cloud computing providers. Next slide. The companies that provide IT outsourcing services, one of it is Accenture, which is located in Ireland. This company was founded in 1989. And Accenture is used by large business infrastructures due to its excellent IT services from consulting to marketing and security to automation solutions. It is one of best outsourcing companies for providing improved business solution based on emerging technologies like artificial intelligence (AI). It serves every industry, including space and defense, banking, chemicals, health, industrial equipment, and many others. Essential company ensures that business gain a competitive advantages in the market through enhanced service and solution. It also provides a variety business services such as application services, business process outsourcing, cloud services, customer experiencing, data analytics, finance solutions, and many, many more. That's all from me. I will pass it on to Hilman.
Okay, thank you, Suvanesh. Next, I'll be explaining about the types of services that the Essential provided. So there are a few types of services that the Essential provided. So one of the few that we would like to highlight is application service. So Essential Application Service assists users in rapidly reimagining their application landscape while continuously innovating to realize business value. They cover all stages of application lifecycle, from application development to modernization, management, and also maintenance. And then next we have the cloud service. So Essential spreads their industry expertise and comprehensive cloud service to their clients through a vast global network of market leaders and innovators. Cloud first recognized the significance of delivering mission critical core business solution in the cloud. An essential company works to define the right cloud solution for the business needs and get the value faster after assessing the goals. And next, Ishraf will continue the presentation.
Hello, everyone. My name is Muhammad Afifi. So I will be explaining about the task 2, why outsourcing grown rapidly. So as you can see, the use of outsourcing can turn out to be a great method of achieving considerable savings for several businesses. This example below show why the outsourcing has grown rapidly. We got three here. The first one is the cost cutting. In this era of rising inflation, most businesses are looking for ways to cut costs. Outsourcing is one of these methods. A large number of service providers are based in low-wage countries. Even if the savings aren't as dramatic, they still can be beneficial to the organization that use outsourcing that can save money from facility infrastructure. The next one is the increasing of demand of the technology use case. Any organization can gain access to expert and technologies by hiring a third party to complete a project. New technologies enable the company to get a competitive advantage in market, for example, by improving the quality of service offered. The next thing is the about grown outsourcing grown rapidly is the access to a larger global markets. Smaller business can scale their operations more quickly by delegating tasks. As a result, they can enter global markets much more quickly, where they have a better chance of improving financial result and promoting their brand itself. Okay, next slide. So the next is I will explain about why organization got benefited from outsourcing. Companies that want to compete on a global scale must seek out the most cost-effective and useful strategies available. Outsourcing your function even at the early stages of your business can benefit you as it has for the following companies that have thrived through outsourcing. So the companies that got benefited from outsourcing is the Alibaba, Google and Apple. The companies that did not get the benefited from the outsourcing is the first one is the IBM, the next one is the Virgin Airlines and Navigator. So companies all over the world have begun to grasp the concept of outsourcing. They recognize and understand that by outsourcing non-core functions, they can better focus on what their company was founded to do. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, so I'm gonna describe about company that took a big risk and succeeded. So the first company is Microsoft Corporation. Microsoft is the world's largest vendor of computer software. It also provides cloud computing services, video games, computer and gaming hardware, search and other online services. So the project that succeed is Xbox project. So 20 years ago, a small group within Microsoft embarked on a seemingly audacious goal to build a video game console from the ground up and compete with far more established competitors. Despite numerous setbacks, Xbox was born. So there's plenty of tension along the way, from Xbox internal struggles within Microsoft to convincing gamers and the general public to take it seriously in a market where it had none. So there were twists and turns along the way, risks taken that paid off big time, such as the inclusion of the Ethernet port, which turned out to be a literal game changer that helped connect players and create a global community. Next slide, please. So the following is the factors contributed to the success. First and foremost is quantity over quality. If you look back at the data from the previous generation, we can see that the Xbox 360 had about 100 exclusive compared to more than 300 for the PlayStation 3. So the obvious question now is, what made Xbox 360 as popular as PlayStation 3 despite having fewer exclusive? So firstly, Microsoft console was released a year before the PS3. Second, the Redmond design system was more powerful, providing a better visual experience. And other factors that may influence sales include the marketing campaign, the superiority of Kinect over PS Move, and better online service. Next is the one platform to rule them all. So the players, on the other hand, benefit from a consistent user interface, cross-platform multiplayer, and the ability to save in the cloud and continue on another device, which called the Universal Windows Platform. So the introduction of the Universal Platform appears to be the single determining factor in Microsoft's approach to the future of their console in general. Next is semi-exclusiveness. So with the Universal Windows Platform, you might as well give PC owners access to the latest games, benefiting both parties. This allows Microsoft to expand its customer base while also allowing PC players to play games that they would not have been able to play otherwise. So lastly is Netflix for gamers. The Xbox Game Pass, which work on the same principle as VOD service like Netflix, proved to be another hit for Microsoft and the ideal alternative for players who were able to access games for a limited time by paying a monthly fee rather than purchasing them. So next slide, please. So company that took a big risk and failed, which is Sony Corporation. Sony Group Corporation is a Japanese multinational conglomerate headquartered in Minato, Tokyo. So as a major technology company, it is one of the world's largest manufacturers of consumer and professional electronic products, as well as largest video game console manufacturer and publisher. Next. Okay, so there are three Sony failed products. Firstly is the neglected PlayStation Move. Sony wanted to enter the motion game controller market, so they released PlayStation Move, a one similar to Y mode. The real issue here, however, was not with the hardware, but with Sony's lack of support for it. So many Move owners discovered that there were very few games being developed for it. Therefore, Sony Move has not hit the market. Next is no place like PlayStation Home. So to be fair, it appeared that Sony too was unsure what to do with it at times. So PlayStation Home is a virtual environment game. Uh, like PS3 user could hang out and relax as their avatar. So Sony would continue to innovate with PlayStation Home over the years, attempting to find its niche among users, even offering a virtual E3 booth through the service at one point. But nothing was working, so they kept the game running for a while by charging exorbitant price for microtransactions before finally pulling the plug in 2015. So lastly is Sony Ericsson Xperia Play, which is the PlayStation phone. So Sony announced that it will release a console that was the best of both worlds, which is a phone and a handheld game console comparable to the PSP. So the major issue here it is that it has no access to the PlayStation Store. So Sony abandoned the concept entirely with the release of the next generation of Xperia phone. So to wrap it up, did anything beside luck make a difference between success and a failure? So we must ensure that the project goals are clear, attainable, and agreed upon so that we have the necessary commitment from all project stakeholders, that we have all of the resources required to complete the project, and that project manager is the right person for the job. If we are to succeed not only in the project's outcome but also in our investment in the project, we must ensure that the project's objectives are clear, attainable, and agreed upon. We have the necessary commitment from the project stakeholder. We have all the resources we need to complete the project, and the task is best performed by the project manager. That's all from me. Thank you.